Hey guys, welcome to your March videos. Oh my goodness, super excited. A lot going on in March, guys. Pisces season, Aries season. So we have a mixture of these energies. I've got my rose-colored glasses on to talk to you guys today. You know, Pisces. I have my Pisces shirt on because there's a Pisces full new moon today. It happened actually in the morning time. So I'm recording these on the Pisces new moon, and I'm going to be uploading them later on tonight, which I think is cool because, you know, maybe some of the things that we talk about can potentially help you on your new moon journey. So, of course, at the beginning of my video, I want to go through some of the astrology, especially because this month I didn't talk much about that in the videos, which is another thing I want to mention, guys. You know, I like my themes, I like a good theme. And so I'm not sure if you know this, but usually when I record my intro video first, and then I record the monthly videos. This month, I thought it would be very interesting and very Pisces-like, very 12th house-like to record all the videos first and then record my intro video. So what you're watching now is actually after all the videos have been recorded. And I didn't think about it till later that was very symbolic because the 12th house happens after the journey, right? We have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So we're in the 12th house now, you guys, and we're at the very end of Pisces season. So when you watch these videos, well, for most of you, if you watch them as soon as they're uploaded, I'm uploading these videos towards the ending of Pisces season. You know, I wait till the middle of the month to kind of upload my videos. Well, I went on the journey with you this time, so when I do these readings, I do them in order. So there was Aries and Taurus, and it's like I kind of traveled around the zodiac wheel. And then now we're here at the intro, when usually I record my intro first and then I record all the videos. So that was just something there that was kind of symbolic, and it made a lot of sense after doing so. So yeah, I have all the readings done, and they're very, very deep this month. This month I decided to do a 12 card spread because Pisces is the 12th house. So I use two different decks, and I'll have all that information below. If you want to know, I have the Goddess deck, which is a really cool deck, and then I have the original Rider Waite tarot. So I got 6 cards for all of you, and then I got 6 clarifying cards, and then this month it was Gemini and Scorpio that won the giveaway. So if you're a Gemini watching or a Scorpio, you guys got extra oracle cards in your readings for being the most likes and views this month, okay? And I didn't talk much about astrology because the actual readings are about an hour long. A lot of deep stuff going on here. So, you know me, I just kind of record and talk and channel the message. So I wanted to make sure I really covered all the astrology in March in this intro video. And as far as the actual readings, they're very subconscious, very deep, 12 card spread there, okay? So guys, March is really interesting. March is that month. Every year, March has kind of a similar energy. I didn't really realize it in my earlier years when I was not as into astrology as I am now, but I always feel the energy pick up in March. I wasn't sure if it was because of my birthday at the beginning of the month or if it was because of spring, but it makes a lot of sense astrologically because in March, we do have a cycle completing. We have not only the ending of Pisces season, but the beginning of Aries season, which is the first zodiac sign. It's the astrological new year, the spring equinox, all of that is just days away. So we're feeling that energy. And another significant thing about March is that, well, we had no full moon in February, but we have a Virgo full moon on March 1st. So we literally entered March. It's kind of interesting. We entered in a new cycle in March. March 1st was the Virgo full moon, and full moons bring new beginnings and completions. And then at the end of the month, we have the Libra full moon on the 31st. So this month is literally, it's like, for me, there's this energy of like the in-between of whatever happens in a full moon. Like the 1st was a full moon, the 31st is a full moon. So this whole month is just kind of outlined with this full moon energy. So this is a month of completions. This is a month of new beginnings. This is a month of a cycle ending. And You know, it's always a month of cycles ending, but this year it really is. I mean, we have so many different things that are encouraging these cycles to end, which is this new moon in Pisces, this full moon in Virgo, this full moon in Libra, this astrological new year, which is symbolic for, you know, the sun entering the first house, which means it's traveled around the whole entire zodiac wheel. This happens every year on the Pisces Aries cusp. So on the 19th / the 20th, we'll have the sun enter Aries, which is literally symbolic for the first day of spring, the spring equinox. So as far as moons, we have a lot of emotion, a lot of new beginnings and endings. We have that opportunity today to plant the seeds that will come to fruition on the Libra full moon from the 17th to the 31st. We need to be manifesting a lot of stuff that we want to see come true in our fruition, okay? So Virgo full moon on March 1st. We had, for the first couple weeks of March, guys, I mean, we're looking back now. As we watch this and as I speak about this, we're looking back to our past. That first couple weeks of March were very, very intense. I mean, there was a stellium in Pisces. We had Venus, Mercury, the Sun, Neptune, and Chiron all in Pisces. We have a little bit of a stellium going on in Pisces today, too. We have the Sun and the Moon and Neptune and Chiron. So, you know, but not as powerful as Mercury and Venus being there. So until the 6th, so I think for a good few weeks or so, we had Venus and Mercury in Pisces, which is very spiritual. But Mercury and Venus entered Aries together on the 6th. And then we had a Jupiter retrograde on March 8th. And daylight savings time on March 11th. I wanted to reach that. I mean, I wanted to mention that because even something like that, it brings a different energy to our world. I mean, the sun is staying out for longer. It gets darker later, I believe. That's what it seems like to me, at least. You know, we move an hour ahead or whatever. So that is something energetic that happened on March 8th. On March 11th. Jupiter retrograde. I have Jupiter videos out, you guys, for any of you who want to know what this Jupiter retrograde is all about. Jupiter was the first planet to go retrograde in March. We had 3 long, beautiful months of all the planets moving direct. So hopefully we took that time as a big green light for the universe. We took that time to start a lot of projects and new beginnings. And now Jupiter takes its turn to go retrograde. And we also have Mercury going retrograde on the 22nd in Aries. So that's going to be interesting. I'm happy to get all these videos out before that because you know how that can be with electronics and stuff. So just be careful, guys. Make sure you're keeping your receipts to certain things and stuff like that, okay? A lot of stuff going on. So Pisces new moon today on the 17th. It's already passed. It happened at 6 a.m. And we have St. Patrick's Day on that same day. So a new moon, St. Patrick's. This is a very, very lucky new moon, you guys. Anything that we plant, anything that we manifest is very much going to come true because it's on this symbolic day for luck, right? St. Patrick's Day is not only about drinking, it's the luck of the Irish. You know, we have these 4-leaf clovers and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow type of thing. So there's going to be a pot of gold at the end of the manifested rainbows we have this month, okay? And the next thing that we have towards the end of the month is Mercury retrograde, which I mentioned in Aries. Also on March 17th, we have Mars entering Capricorn. That was something I did not mention in the Capricorn video. So that's just something to keep in mind, guys, that Mars is entering Capricorn today. We have the sun entering Aries on the 20th. Happy Astrology Day, National Astrology Day, Astrological New Year. Happy Spring Equinox. And then, of course, that Mercury retrograde happening. So, you know, I try to keep it in order. So, yeah. Mercury retrograde happening after the equinox. And then we have Venus entering Taurus on March 31st. So we end the month there. And then interesting that Venus enters Taurus the same day that we have the Libra full moon, because that's a very Venus ruled energy. That is a very Venus, because Taurus and Libra are both ruled by Venus. So this full moon at the end of the month is very centered around abundance and attraction and beauty. So it's a very nice time to be manifesting those things from 17th to the 31st. You really want to align yourself with abundance and beauty and love and attraction. We can attract these things into our life right now, attract love. Venus and Taurus is going to be lit. And then again, that Libra full moon, it's interesting to start the month off on March 1st with a full moon. And then we end the month with a full moon in Libra. So there's these full moons, you know, that are literally impacting this whole entire month. So that tells me that this moon is, I'm sorry, this month, I keep calling it the moon month. So let me put that up here, just the moon month. Because we got 2 full moons. Now, next month, we go back to having just 1 moon, which is kind of intense having 2 full moons in 1 month, don't you think? So as far as the moons go, it definitely tells me that there's a lot of emotion, a lot of completions and new beginnings starting. We have so much, guys, and this is just the notes that I had. I talk about how this is going to personally affect us in each of our readings. Okay, the readings are quite nice this month. It was nice to do the readings first and then do the intro. So that's been nice, but that's why the videos are coming out a little bit later, because I have to wait to record my intro video, which is a part of this whole thing, right? So yeah, we definitely want to be careful. I don't know why I said that. We definitely want to be careful, huh? Well, the universe wanted to say that. I was just talking about how I had to wait to record my videos for the intro. So, I don't know. I guess there's something that we should be careful this month, you know, with ourselves and with the people around us, with all these completions going on, because, you know, Pisces season is a very, very symbolic time. You know, this is the 12th house we're talking about here, Neptune, spirituality, subconscious energy, you know. So as far as Pisces season, guys, it's very spiritual. And I hope that you can feel that kind of energy in the videos. They are kind of long, so I wanted to kind of get my intro recorded so that I can get these uploaded for you guys. You know, it's just such a spiritual time. And as a Pisces, I can definitely feel the fact that we're literally standing in between an ending and a new beginning. And there's a certain cycle that is closing out, and there's a new cycle that is literally days away from starting. So as far as our intent, guys, as far as what we're manifesting, you know, it's all about thinking about the journey. So you want to think about last March and what all that you've been through, the journey that has taken place, you know, the challenges, the obstacles, what you've overcome, your success. You know, very important right now that we're thinking back on what has happened since March 17th, 2017, and what has happened from March, basically last year, because that's the astrological new year, you know, March 20th. So whatever happened from March 20th last year to now is everything that we should be embracing and reflecting on. What is it that you still have to do work on? What is it that you still could grow? Where are areas you could still grow? What have you accomplished? What have you succeeded in? So it's our successes, you know, and it's also the journey up ahead. You know, the journey up ahead has a lot to do with what hasn't been completed this cycle. So as far as these cycles and this energy and these moons and just everything that the 12th house represents, a lot of growth going on, you guys. And I know sometimes the 12th house can make us feel very pushed and pulled and just ripped into shreds, you know. This Pisces energy is collective. And it's this time of year when we really, really start to understand at an energetic level why Pisces is all zodiac signs, you know, all zodiac signs in one. And it's because all of us go through something in Pisces season. It's not just Aries or Taurus or Gemini, or it's not just ourself or our values. You know, Pisces represents the collective. Pisces season is a very emotional time. And it's when unresolved emotions come to the surface. So March could be filled with a lot of unresolved emotions, guys. It certainly has been for me. But the thing is we're headed into the last couple of days of Pisces season. So we made it through, guys. We made it through. And, you know, the end of March is always a little bit different. The energies pick up. Aries comes in and they're so strong. They're so powerful. They're all about self. They're all about the I am. So we take what we've learned about everything on this journey and then we apply it to the Aries first house of self. So this is a new journey, a new beginning for all of us. And, you know, anytime anything passes through the 12th house and into the first house, there's a rebirth that takes place. So the sun is about to be reborn. Our awareness is about to be reborn. You know, the fact that Venus, the way that we love the goddess, we're attracting new beginnings right now because Venus has already passed through that cusp of rebirth, which is starting today from March 17th to March 23rd. There's a very mixture of Pisces Aries energy, which is very steamy and passionate. It's water and fire. It's cardinal and mutable. It's the ram. It's the two different fish. So it's about taking that cycle and charging forward to a new one with that Aries energy. So the end of March, when we finish the third decan of Pisces and we enter the first decan of Aries, there's going to be a lot of passion that comes in. There's going to be a lot of fire. There's going to be a lot of heat. You know what I mean? We have these retrogrades and stuff like that. But we're one step closer to a new journey, you guys. There's so much ending and completing in different areas of our life. So I hope I did a good job in the videos kind of explaining that, and I hope what comes up in the videos is relatable and helpful, especially because I'm a Pisces and this is Pisces season. And the fact that Pisces kind of are at home in this energy, you know, Pisces everywhere, they kind of come out in Pisces season with poetry and stories and pictures and love and water and intuition. The fish come out to swim in Pisces season. Now, we're feeling very refreshed as Pisces because we've had our solar returns. By the way, happy birthday to any Pisces watching. Happy birthday to any Aries watching. And I just want to thank any new subscribers. I love you guys all my viewers. I try to connect with you guys so deeply. Shout out to all of you who have got personal readings with me so far. It's just been one hell of a journey. And I sit back and I think of how far I've come since last March, and it's just mind-blowing. It's so great, you know, to share this journey with you all. I've been doing this channel for almost a year now, and I don't regret it. I'm so happy I pushed myself last March to do this, because I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. I wouldn't have such a handful of people. I have almost 800 followers, and to me that's just so humbling. It's not about the number, it's not about the money, it's about the message that I have to share. So I hope you enjoy the messages that I have that came up for you this month, and hopefully I'll be back talking to you next month. There's a lot of changes going on with me, guys, and you know, I could potentially find myself in a situation where it's not as easy to read tarot, if you know what I mean. And if that does happen, if that is on my path, you know, then I will do my best to still talk to you guys and still, you know, still make my guidance available to you, because I do appreciate connecting with you all. So I want to get this video uploaded. I didn't want my intro video to be too crazy. You know, it's very important to stay clear in Pisces season. It's very important to have everything kind of straightforward, because the energy in the universe, it has already been very hectic. It's already been very fluid and watery. So I wanted to really tap into my Capricorn rising and my Taurus moon this month. But of course, my Pisces creativity is definitely shining through also. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I am going to have a timestamp below to fast forward the intro if any of you just, you know, don't want to continue watching the intro. So, I have all the love for you guys. I hope Pisces season has been so transforming. I hope Pisces season has been spiritual. I hope you have been emotionally awakened. And I hope the cycles that are ending for you end with grace and end with love, so that you can open a new door of reality and to start this new journey on the right foot. Alright guys, I guess I will see you in your next videos, okay? Bye. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your March video. And happy Pisces season / Aries season. So Scorpio, well, first of all, y'all are the real MVP, okay? I don't know what kind of shift happened over my last couple of videos, but I gained a lot of Scorpio viewers, which I love. I love Scorpio. So, you know, every month I do something special for the sign that likes my videos the most and the sign that views my videos the most. And Scorpio, you had over 1,000 views last month. So for my February videos, and my February videos were kind of lit for Scorpio. So I'm not really that surprised. So as a token of my gratitude, towards the end of your reading, I'm going to be pulling more guidance for you. Just a couple of extra cards as my way of saying thank you for, you know, viewing my video. And hopefully a lot of you guys view this video too. I have a feeling that this is going to be a very interesting video, because it is Pisces season. You know, it's a water sign season. And I know Cancer and Scorpio feel Pisces season pretty intensely. So I want to talk to you a lot about that, you know, all the feelings that kind of come up in Pisces season. I know you're a fixed water sign. So for you, it's about emotional stability. You know, for Cancer, it's about emotional action. And when a season like Pisces comes up, you know, it is a mutable energy. So there's definitely a lot of different emotions going on here. And I'm going to let the cards speak this month. I didn't really want to overdo it when it comes to an intro this month because the energies are just, well, I'm late, first of all. And March is just really busy. What else did I need to talk to Scorpio about? Let's see, you have a full moon in your 12th house on the end of this month. You had a full moon in your 11th house on the 1st of this month. So we have 2 full moons this month. And I'm always really adamant about talking to signs when there's a 12th house moon. Because we always go through a 12th house full moon before we go through our 1st house moon. So in a couple months, Scorpio, come like April, May, you're going to have a full moon, which I love Taurus season. I love Taurus season. Sorry, my alarm went off. But yes, you guys are going to have a full moon in Scorpio, and I just, woo, that's always an intense time. But before that happens, you're going to have a full moon in Libra on March 31st. There's also a new moon in Pisces on the 17th. So that's like, I'm sure these videos are going to be uploaded like today on the 16th and or even early on the 17th. That new moon is happening tonight. It's like going to happen at like 6 a.m. So that's a time for you. Pisces is your 5th house. Okay, so Pisces is a pleasure energy for you. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yes, no wonder Scorpio enjoys Pisces energy so much, because Pisces is your 5th house of pleasure. That makes a lot of sense. So this could be, I don't think it's the easiest of time for you guys, but it could be a little bit of a pleasure for you. There could be a lot going on, and I really, you know, Scorpio, you guys are very mysterious, so I'm gonna really let spirit kind of come in and talk to you about whatever. But I just love you guys, and you know, my water signs are really important to me, so I'm always looking forward to the Scorpio video. I was really happy to see that you guys won the card giveaway this month, so we'll get some extra guidance for you. Shuffled your cards, waited till the death card was on the bottom, so we have the death card here, so your cards are definitely ready. It took a good chunk of time to shuffle them, which I don't expect anything else or other than that from Scorpio. You guys are very secretive and mysterious, which I love as a Pisces. So as far as the reading, I'm going to get 6 cards from, we have 2 different decks. I'm going to get 6 cards from this deck, and then I'm going to get 6 cards from this deck to kind of clarify and validate. And this is Rider-Waite tarot. This is regular tarot still, but just, you know, we have a little bit of a different depiction. We have different artwork here, which I love as a Pisces because it gets my creative sight going. So your cards are shuffled, and we're going to get a 12 card spread because it's Pisces season, the 12th house. So let's take a look at your underlying energy, Scorpio. So we've got a Gemini coming up here for some of you right off the bat. But it doesn't have to be a Gemini. It could be a lover's situation. This could be a certain decision that you have to make with a lover in March, Scorpio. This could be, because this does talk about a decision. Everybody says that, oh, the lovers, yeah, it's a great relationship. This could be a twin flame. This could be a soulmate. But it could also be a decision that you have to make because it's like 2. It is the ruling card for Gemini. So some of you are with Geminis. Some of you have Gemini energy or something like that. But if there's a Gemini that's important to you, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be like a sibling or, you know, just a significant relationship in your life. It's coming up here. And that's right behind you, Scorpio. So the lovers is right behind Scorpio in the month of March. So there's some kind of relationship coming out for you in my reading. And then we have the 6 of Swords. Oh, wow, Scorpio. So you might be, oh, wow. So you're leaving somebody in March, huh? Because we had the 6 of Swords, which talks all about mentally leaving. And so Scorpio, if you're not leaving physically, because I don't see anything about leaving. Oh, goodness, Scorpio. This is such a clear message for you guys. So let me just slow down and just kind of read it to you, because this is talking about leaving a situation emotionally. And you could even be leaving with a child, or there's a man here, and I always see this as a woman, but this could be your energy, which is like hidden, and then there's like this little child right here. So some of you could be leaving with a child this month, or leaving some situation behind with a child, but this is a sword energy. Okay, so it's a mental decision to leave. Some of you are leaving a situation mentally in March, and others of you are leaving emotionally, because this is an emotional card as well, because we see this boat here. So this is definitely leaving something behind with regret. Like, this is not an easy thing for you to do, but you know that you're leaving this situation. And if it ain't in March, then come April, I mean, I'd be surprised to see you with this individual. Those of you who are listening, you know who I'm talking about. It might not be a person, but it's some kind of situation. But I'm really seeing that it's a lover, because we had the Scorpio card. Right underneath you is the Lover's card. Right underneath that is the Six of Swords. Right underneath that was the Eight of Cups. So look at these people. This is two cards that symbolize leaving. And it may have something to do with the moon. It may have something to do with the new moon on the 17th. It may have something to do with the full moon on the 31st. It may have something to do with the full moon on March 1st. A lot of moon energy here, which is really affecting us water signs this month. It's really affecting our emotions. So I'm seeing that there's a situation that Scorpio is leaving behind mentally and emotionally. And when a Scorpio leaves you mentally, when a Scorpio leaves you emotionally, it don't even matter if they're physically there still, because you've left the situation in the most intimate of way. And you are all about intimacy, Scorpio. You could be leaving something behind for a transformation, like a mental transformation or an emotional. Like, you just want change. You just need change because it's not working for you anymore. So this is a very heavy message about somebody leaving. Now, if this isn't you guys, I really, really am leaning more towards that you're going to be leaving a situation. And I think you've been thinking about this for a long time. It's been causing you a lot of mental pain. And you finally decide to leave it around some kind of full moon. Now, the Eight of Cups is such a Scorpio card for me because it's 8. You guys are the 8th house. So when I see this card, I honestly always think of you guys, because it's not really... You know, when a Scorpio leaves you behind, there is an emotional element there. And this is a very mysterious card. Like, where is he going? What's he leaving behind? You know, like, why is he leaving? So it's that mysterious energy in this card that reminds me of you. And the number 8 reminds me of you too. So in this card, there's a person who decided to leave something behind. What these cups represent in this card is the material world. Even though it's emotion, it's like emotion tied into your physical material world. So this person is fed up and they're leaving behind a situation. He doesn't even care. These cups are very valuable. This is everything that he feels, everything that he owns, a lot of shit, a lot of stuff that kept him in that situation for a while. But when this card comes up, it's because the person has finally made the decision to leave. So I'm seeing that leaving was not an easy option. It might be so hard that you haven't physically left yet. So you're leaving mentally first, and then you're leaving emotionally, and then you leave physically. So that part hasn't came up yet, but I see that it's not far behind. It's not far behind. So come April, so in about a month, Scorpio, you could be fully gone from this situation. So if you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, you might want to get your act together if you don't want them to leave you, because they are in the mood to leave. Let me tell you, honey, Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So when it comes to aggressive change, they literally know how to do that. They know how to transform. They're not afraid to cocoon themselves and be a butterfly for a while, or a caterpillar. So, you know, Scorpio, I don't know if someone's watching for you, but I'm talking to you guys. As far as the cross watchers, if you don't want this Scorpio to leave, I would just really start communicating and start emotionally connecting with them, because I think that's what's going on. I think that there is a lack of communication in the relationship and a lack of intimate emotional connection, which dream on. Scorpio is not going to stay in a situation like that for long. I know that there's something important that it could be a child. There's like something about a kid. There's something about a child that's keeping you in this situation. And if you don't have a child, then it's the inner child. It's your inner child that is, you know, you like this person, you've been with them for a while or something. I don't know, Scorpio. I don't want to get too much in your business. But I do see the Three of Swords right underneath that energy. So there is, you know, a lot of Scorpios are out there feeling very betrayed. They're feeling very heartbroken. They're feeling some pain in their heart chakra. Literally, somebody broke your heart. This could be a third-party situation. I'm not sure if somebody's mentally cheating on you or if somebody's betraying you mentally. If somebody's arguing with you, saying really mean words to you and hurting your feelings, whether you're doing this or if this is being done to you, I'm not sure. This is my personal card for communication from the heart, though. So some of you are going to have a heart-to-heart with a person in March. And then look what happens. You're single. So some of you are really leaving behind a very, very, very tough situation for a new passionate beginning. Oh my goodness, Scorpio. It hurts you a lot, though. And I don't know if some of you are going to go this route. I'm not sure if some of you are going to take this passionate, independent move because look at how much it hurts you. But it's like the pain is worth it because there's a lot coming in here. You know, there's a fast this is a fast Eight of Wands movement. So this could be Aries season. And Aries season really picking up the mental passion for you. And then we have this Seven of Swords. So it's like someone's doing something sneaky behind your back. Some of you might go behind someone's back and like sneak and you know, form an emotional connection with someone else. Or this might be happening to you, Scorpio, but I doubt it. I feel that you are doing something emotionally with someone else behind the scenes. But you see, you have to be careful because what's done in the dark will come to the light. We literally have the Devil card and the Sun here. So the Sun is awareness, and the Devil card is all about subconscious. So whatever's weighing heavy on your subconscious is going to be brought to the light in March and in April. Now, this is vitality and happiness happening in a very karmic, dark situation too. Some of you may be with Capricorn. Some of you might meet a Capricorn that really brightens up your day. I mean, this is different for all of you. But I feel that the sun is going to shine on anything that causes you to feel chained, anything that causes you to feel dark, and maybe this is addiction. Maybe some of you, this is being addicted to a person and you finally seeing the light. This could be a manipulation going on, whether it's from you or the other person, but there's a karmic situation that the sun is going to warm up and bring some light to. And we have Temperance, so there's a need to be patient here, Scorpio, about the work that you're doing. Be patient when it comes to a Sagittarius or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A lot of, I think you just start working on yourself. So, to be honest, Scorpio, I've never had a message come in that fucking, like, that's a very, very straightforward message on the table already. And that's just your underlying energy. This isn't even your reading yet. This is just your energy. So some of you are really being led to take a new passionate start with yourself and be single for a while, or just be independent, or just feel abundantly surrounded by your own finances or something. It might be finances. There's a stability that this person gives you that you're afraid to leave behind or something. I'm not sure. And if you're a single Scorpio, then there's just a new passionate beginning starting for you, and be glad that you're a single Scorpio, because look at what the coupled Scorpios are going through. They're going through heartbreak. But there's a need to communicate about this pain, Scorpio. Okay, I know you guys don't like talking about your feelings. You don't like talking about your mental state. You guys are very secretive. You literally feel negative when you vent. You literally feel some type of way. You feel weak, you feel vulnerable, you feel exposed when you vent to people about your problems. But the universe is saying, Scorpio, there's a need to communicate from your heart, because these are swords coming out of the heart, right? So there's a need to communicate intellectually from the heart chakra. Yeah, this is heartbreak. This is very much a clear heartbreak that is causing you rain and causing you clouds. It's causing you sadness and lack of clarity. So your heart needs clarity, Scorpio, over this situation that's ending, because this is the Ten of Swords. So this heartbreak is going to end. And I know it looks like you're going to be on the ground, down on the out for the count, but the sun is coming in the distance. You see that there? A lot of darkness, but also the sun. So yeah, Scorpio, painful heartbreak in some of your guys' relationships that you need to demand mental clarity over, okay? Now, that was just a little bit of the underlying energy for you there. The devil is definitely sticking out for you. So there's a karmic relationship, someone who you have a lot of karma with. Could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But I see that that's changing. The passion in your relationship is kind of not doing so well right now. There's a new passionate start that is the reverse, which this came out for the Libra reading, and I forgot to turn it right side up. Okay, but there's a need to get the passions going. We do have the Two of Cups here in the Hermit. So some of you are dealing with a Virgo. Some of you are just isolated in your relationship. Like, there's a lot. If you are in a relationship, I'm seeing that Scorpio is literally just in the dark on their own. They don't feel like they're sitting under a tree with their lover. They feel like they're in a dark cave with only their light to shine their way. So I know that you're dealing with a little bit of darkness in your relationships right now, but we have Venus. So when it comes to love, you may have multiple options. This is the Empress. Some of you could even be pregnant, which is why you don't want to leave a situation. Some of you could have got somebody pregnant, but Venus is the abundance card. So this is about you. Oh, this isn't the Eight of Cups. This is the Nine of Cups. Or I'm sorry, yeah, I thought this was the Seven of Cups. So this is a wish coming true. Some of you had a wish come true about a pregnancy. Or some of you have a wish come true about love, because this is the Venus card. So this might not be a baby that you're giving birth to. This could be a new relationship that you're giving birth to. This could be a wish come true. This is literally the Nine of Cups. Being emotionally content. So it's important for Scorpio, especially if you're pregnant, to feel emotionally content in your relationship. You are a water sign, Scorpio. I know you guys are very strange when it comes to emotion. And it's because you guys, it's a difficult thing to be a fixed sign when you deal with emotion, because emotions aren't meant to be fixed. Emotions aren't meant to be stable. Well, they are stable. I guess Scorpio is very strong in that way. You guys like to stabilize your emotion. Pisces is not as stable as Scorpio or Cancer. Scorpio is that stable water sign, but it's kind of sad though, because in order for you to be stable as a water sign, you kind of sacrifice the feelings that you have in your relationship and in all situations. So there's a certain love wish coming true, Scorpio, that I really think if you're with someone who makes you unhappy, there's someone else in your life that is really a dream come true for you, a wish come true, that you can have a new passionate beginning with if you take the time to kind of reflect on your own inner light in this relationship. It could be this relationship that comes back around. I don't know, but I see a lot of you leaving someone this month, because there is a lot of change here. We have the World card and the Wheel of Fortune. Don't resist change this month, Scorpio. It'll hurt you bad, because it takes a season like Pisces season to really allow Scorpio to feel. Like everybody feels in Pisces season, because it's the last zodiac sign. It's the last house of our universe before we start over again in Aries. So these are two cards about change. These are two cards about cycles ending. So we are at the end of a cycle right now. And when we're at the end of a cycle, there are doors that close and open, because there's a new chapter being written. So, you know, there are change in positive ways and negative ways, which is symbolized here by this red and this blue fairy. So depending on which way the wheel turns, you know, it is going to have an impact on you, Scorpio, but the universe has got your back. The universe is telling you it's over, Scorpio. So for some of you, it's over in a way that the karmic, the problems you were going through in your relationship have served their course, and either you guys are going to evolve and stay together, but some of you are with people who are not going to evolve, and that means that they're not going to transform, which means Scorpio is going to leave them. The World and the Wheel of Fortune. These are two very huge cards about completion and about something ending, because, you know, you've learned your lesson, Scorpio. This is very karmic. This is a cycle. Okay, so let the universe assist you. And whether you think it's a good or bad transformation, it's a transformation nonetheless. So just go with the flow, because now we have the Sun card, right? So I know that you feel a little defensive with the Nine of Wands there sticking out, but we have the Sun card. We had the Sun card come out twice in the Three of Pentacles. So there's a need to work together right now, but I do see that the foundation that Scorpio is on is literally transforming. I'm not sure if you guys are with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgos, but there's a need to transform. There's a lot of change coming in for you, Scorpio. You know what I mean? And I think that you're feeling pretty isolated in your relationships right now. Yeah, I see the 10 of Wands. You had the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So I know that you're feeling pretty heavy. You're feeling pretty burdened. You know, as a Pisces, I feel your energy very intensely this month. And I had no doubts that the Cancer and the Scorpio reading would be kind of heavy because Pisces is a water sign. So Pisces season affects you guys kind of differently. So that was kind of the underlying energy. That was for some of you. Now let's see what Spirit has to say to you. So this is for Scorpio, March 2018. Okay, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is your first card out. So I know that March is very emotional for you. I mean, that is such a Pisces energy, judging by how much emotion is there. I mean, I know it's not 12 cups, but, you know, other than this 10 of Cups, it's the Ace of Cups that would really, really signify an abundance of emotion. Now, you might not feel this in a happy way. This could be the universe trying to show me that Scorpio just wants emotional happiness. And here you are, 8 of Cups again, walking away from this 10 of Cups. Because of this full moon energy, these moons are really completing, you know, that Virgo full moon, that Libra full moon this month, that Pisces new moon. It's really causing some people to walk away from some stuff that they felt like we couldn't walk away from it all year long, all this whole zodiac season long. But come Pisces season, we just kind of wake up from hibernation. Come Aries season, oh my God, we step into our true selves. So let's keep going here before we get talking. Whew. What's the next card for Scorpio? This is for Scorpio energy. Okay, 9 of Cups. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cup, cup, cup. There's a need to balance out your emotions because you're getting taken from emotionally, Scorpio. And you're not getting enough back from that. You're not getting, whatever you're doing, you're not getting the right amount of emotion and intimacy. Okay, but there is justice coming in with this situation, okay? This could be the Libra full moon. I think the Libra moon, oh my goodness. Whew, I just feel too much energy with you. That Libra full moon in your 12th house is going to be the cause of a lot of this energy, okay? Because we see this full moon here. And it takes something like a 12th house full moon for you guys to really walk away from something that no longer serves you. I mean, even a Scorpio will walk away from the 10 of Cups, and they'll walk away from the 9 of Cups even, for a new beginning. There's a new beginning starting with you guys. Like, I don't know if there's a new lover or a new emotion. I don't know, guys, but the universe wants you to start new. Even if you felt happy, even if there's a family, oh well, you can start a family with someone else. Take your kids and find somebody else who will love you, because you're in relationships that the universe has telling me that you've outgrown. So first 2 weeks of March was very emotional for Scorpio. A lot of walking away emotionally from things because you're not emotionally content or happy. Like, we literally have the 9, 10, and 8 of Cups. So, okay, let's kind of hone in here on the energies again and get the next 3 cards. So this is Scorpio energy universe for March 2018. Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio energy in general. What's going on for them in March? So the end of March is a little bit secretive for you, huh? Oh, maybe not. Okay, Page of Swords. Truth coming in fast. We have a message coming in very fast. It's a message about the truth. Oh my God, 8 of Wands comes out. So yeah, something's happening very fast. Hangman comes out and pops back over. So you're tired of seeing something from a different way. You're tired of feeling suspended. You have already gained the enlightenment that you need. So we got 2 cards at the end of the month for you, and that's okay. So it's the 6 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. So that's fine. It's okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. Pisces energy, Cancer energy, Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be a water sign. It could just be a new love coming in. Emotional action, which is Cancer energy, Scorpio energy. So let's get some validators here. Tell me more about the 10 of Cups, Spirit, for Scorpio's reading for March 2018. Let's get one card, please. Okay, 9 of Cups. So many cups with you guys. I knew this water energy. Oh my goodness, Scorpio, your energy, man. We have the 4 of Cups at the bottom. So you're very emotionally distracted this month, and nobody knows it because you're a Scorpio. And you hold it all in. But, oh my goodness. 9 of Pentacles, single, walking away to be single. I don't know if you can't relate to this. I don't know. This message is so straightforward that if you can't relate to this, and we have the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so my cards don't lie, okay? You're staying up at night. You're not sleeping as well. You're very stuck in your head about something, Scorpio. 9 of Swords in 2 different decks. So I know that you are in your head about something. So if this doesn't relate to you, you might want to click off the video, because this, I have never felt so sure about a reading before in my entire life. Like, these messages are coming out so precise that if you don't relate, then then your energy isn't present with me right now, and that I'm picking up on a different Scorpio's energy. But I do a lot of meditating, so I'm just going to set the intent that the Scorpios that need to listen to this message are going to be guided to my 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands twice. 8 of Wands with the 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the 10 of Wands. So there's some heavy decision that you're making. You're making the decision to drop these wands. I mean, usually the 10 of Wands is shown by a man who's carrying all the weight. But nah, man, Scorpio is dropping the weight. And I don't want you guys to feel like you gave up. There was something that was heavy that you thought about for a long time, and you're ready. There's an emotional distraction. There's an emotional distraction. And there's a newfound value that Scorpio taps into in March and in April. So let's see this Page of Swords. What's up with this message coming in? Literally a message of truth coming in. I don't know if someone's been sneaky, cheating, lying behind your back, or if you're just going to be telling the truth about how emotionally upset you feel. So, wow. We literally have the 10 of Cups underneath the 10 of Cups with the Judgment card. And for some reason we had the Queen of Swords. So I don't know where this Queen of Swords is supposed to be at. But I'm going to go ahead and... Wow, look at the freaking bottom. Scorpio. Look at the bottom of the deck. 8 of Cups. Scorpio, this is your death card. Transformation. Some of you are walking away from a transformation. Some of you are walking towards a transformation. But there's something that you are leaving emotionally behind. And look at this full moon up here. I'm telling you, that Libra full moon, y'all ain't going to feel the same at the end of this month. That moon is going to reveal. And then I seen the Hermit card. The Hermit card. The Hermit card and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a need for... Scorpio feels very alone right now. So show me this 8 of Wands. Is this... I don't know if there's communication coming in real quickly. Wow. So, yeah, your card just popped back out, the transformation card. So let's see here. And I'm not stressed out, okay? the energy is just really intense. So when I breathe like that, no, I'm not stressed or overwhelmed. I mean, okay, I might be a little overwhelmed, but I love doing this. It's just really intense. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and then, of course, bottom of the deck is you being emotionally distracted by something. This is the 4 of Cups. Whew. So I'm really glad that you guys get the extra cards this month, because you need the extra guidance. I need just a minute. I knew I should have smoked a little bit before this reading. Whew. Scorpio, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this message is so intense. A little bit of anxiety right now. Like, I'm feeling this 9 of Swords energy with you guys, but it's okay. I'm here to help. And I don't want to... You know how we can be as water signs, we can kind of absorb other people's emotions, and I do that sometimes during my readings. So let me just ground myself and get into this, because I think of Scorpio as a friend, you know. So when my friends are going through something, I take on their pain, and I just know what you're going through. Some of you, whoever gets led to watch my video, I mean, yeah. Like, you're going through so much that I couldn't even get you just 12 cards. Like, Scorpio needs so much. I don't even know how long your video is going to be. It ain't going to be an hour. It's going to be longer than an hour. So let's just start here and just do this together, okay? So if you're watching, please try to hone your energy on the screen and send me energy so that I can just kind of we can do this together. Okay? So the Ten of Cups. This is an energy that talks about emotional completion. There is something happening with you this month, Scorpio, where you're feeling like there's something that... Now, I don't want you to think of emotional completion in a way that you're feeling emotionally complete. This is just symbolized by that. So some of you have this really deep wish to have this emotional completion with your family, husband and wife, literally the happiest. Scorpio likes that. Scorpio can be a very intense lover when you guys are interested. You guys are very intimate, very pure, very, very, very intense lovers, okay? So when it comes to the emotion that you require in a relationship, you know, it makes me sad because I'm a water sign, and it's like literally I've had a lot of Scorpios come to me over the past, well, in March, you know, because it's Pisces season. Scorpio reaches out to Pisces in March, and I literally know that. I literally expected to hear from like every Scorpio that I know in March, just because I know that they need help, you know, just like in Scorpio season, I probably hit them up. So a lot of Scorpios have came to me in March for guidance because their relationships are not as emotional as they would like. They're not happy in their relationships. They're not feeling this Ten of Cups energy. So this is kind of symbolic for what you're walking into March. Now, it's the middle of March. So we're going to be looking at the beginning of March, and then we're going to look into the future a little bit. But this can happen at any time in March. I think in March, Scorpio is just very focused on their emotional happiness. So either that or the lack thereof. So some of you, I don't want to make this a doom and gloom reading. Some of you could very well be happy. Maybe you were happy at the beginning of the month and something happens. Something happens in the first couple weeks of March, like the very beginning of March. Maybe there was some happy abundance going on. Maybe the Pisces energy, maybe the Aquarius, I don't know. Maybe the energy was good. But what I really see this as, because I'm feeling your energy very intensely, like I've never felt so confident about a message before because I'm just hearing it so strongly. That Scorpio has this wish. You guys want to be surrounded by everything you want emotionally. You guys really do honor and value your emotion. You know, you're an opposite of Taurus. So you do value your emotion. It's just that you kind of share emotion with other people. But in March, Pisces season is trying to teach you what belongs to you. Your emotions belong to you, and there's a reason why you have this wish to feel this way. And if someone can't measure up to that, then it's time to transform without them. And I know that makes Scorpio sad. I felt sad when I said that for you. Because the whole point of Scorpio coming into your life is so that you guys can transform together. So that you can let die what no longer serves you guys as a couple and then transform and be reborn. You know, Scorpio becomes a new version of themselves when they're with certain people based off of the energy that they have to purify in that other person. So you guys invest a lot secretly into your relationships, especially emotionally and intimately. So it's no secret that you do have this kind of, you're kind of coming into March with this kind of, you know, the universe was so very filled with emotion in March. We're coming up on the time where, and I can see that in your reading, it gets a little bit more fire and air at the end of your reading. But the beginning of March is literally cups, cups, cups for you. Cups, 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 all cups, 9 of cups, 8 of cups, 9 of cups twice, might I add. So we have the 8 of wands twice, the 9 of cups twice, the 10 of cups twice, Scorpio. I'll show you all this. I'll show you all. We had the 9 of swords come out twice. So yeah, there's a lot of repeating energy here, which tells me you're dealing with the same old shit in March. You feel like you've won something, you feel like you've solved something, and then you go through it again. So you're starting March off with this wish to be emotionally complete, okay? But then, you know, there's a need, there's some kind of ache or some kind of need to walk away from something. So maybe you walk away from this 9 of cups for the 9 of pentacles, because we have the 9 of cups and the 9 of pentacles now. So this is either walking away from emotion for finances or walking away from emotion for something real, something more real, something job related or something financial related, or you're walking away from a relationship, you're like, look, okay, this wish is not coming true. My wish for emotional happiness is not coming true. So I'm going to take what's mine and walk away. I'm leaving it behind. You can have the 8 of Cups, but I'm taking 1 cup. Isn't that interesting? So we have you here, Scorpio, with 1 cup in your hand, polishing it, right? The rest of them are behind glass because it's like it's only something you can window shop over. It's like, whoa. I do not think Scorpio should have to window shop when it comes to emotion. You're a water sign. So it's like you're like looking at these emotions in a way that you want them. Even here, the cups are something you're kind of dreaming about and seeing. And that's interesting because at the bottom of the deck, we have you looking at a cup. So you're watching and seeing this emotion, but you're not feeling it. So you're literally longing for this emotional connection, but it's not there. So you walk away with this 8 of Cups. But you see, you leave 8 cups behind because you're going to keep something for yourself. So that whatever this cup is, whatever, it's like the little bit of emotion that does belong to you. Because Scorpio, you're the 8th house of shared resources. So sometimes, you know, this is kind of a Scorpio secret. Sometimes you don't know what emotion belongs to you and what emotion belongs to others, which is why the universe created you to be a fixed emotional sign so that you could create your own stability within that, because that's not easy. So you walk away, but you definitely keep a cup for yourself because there's only 8 cups here. And you're walking away from the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So either you're keeping 2 cups or you're keeping 1. So you could keep 2 cups because you're still keeping the faith that you'll be able to share this cup with someone. Or you're keeping 1 cup. So there's something emotionally that's being taken from you because I see the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. That's literally 10, 9, 8. So it's like as the more and more we get into March, the more and more the emotion is being taken from Scorpio. So of course there's some walking away going here because the moon is literally intensifying this emotion. It's lighting your way. So this is someone who's leaving behind a situation for a spiritual journey. Like, and I mean spiritual, emotional, intimate, that's all hand in hand. You leave it for an intimate journey. You leave it for a spiritual, emotional journey. You're leaving something behind that is no longer of value to you. Like you've invested all these emotions into this situation and it's not coming to fruition. So you leave it behind and, you know, you'd rather just focus on what it is that belongs to you, which is what the 9 of Pentacles is all about. The 9 of Pentacles is a single woman. And this goes for the men too, a single man, single woman, single individual who is literally ready. Like this is a peacock here. So it's interesting here that there's a peacock in this, because if there's anything I know about peacocks, it's that this is the male peacock and this is what they do when they're trying to attract a mate in. So I've seen this cup, I've seen this card a few times. It's interesting that I said cup because it could be an emotional cup over there for you. Someone who's this Knight of Cups. This, you might have your eye on somebody sexy or something like that. Somebody is literally flaunting their self and you're like, you're sexy. I might want to get with you. And others of you, this is you. So this is a transformation taking place here. You leaving a situation and being single, but also ready to spread your beautiful colors. Peacocks do this when they're trying to attract a mate. So yeah, you might leave a situation behind in order for you to be single and just be sexy, because Scorpio likes that. Scorpio likes being single and wanted by other people. So you might miss that feeling, or you might be doing that for revenge. You might just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna look good on my own. I can do bad all on my own. I can be grounded and make my own money. I can pay my own bills, take care of my own child. I don't need nobody around me that ain't taking care of me emotionally. You know what I mean? It's like you can take care of yourself financially, but what Scorpio asks for in their partner is not a lot. So if you're not getting it, it's kind of getting harder and harder to ignore. So we have the 9 of Cups now again. So this wish keeps coming back to you because we had it in the beginning of March. So this is the 9 of Cups in 2 different decks. Now you see here in this card how there's someone who's surrounded by emotion no matter what. Except this man looks a little bit more content. This woman is polishing her emotion, but like I said, mostly of them are in glass. So it's like you're window shopping. It's like you know how it is when there's something behind glass that you can't reach. So something might be flaunted at you. It's like you want it so bad, you can see it so clearly, but you just don't have the lock. You don't have the key to that china cabinet. So you have this one little cup that you're allowing yourself to see, and you're polishing that cup off, and you're thinking about how emotionally happy you could be. And it's like, you're like a Scorpio, and you're in your head like, I have way more than this one cup. I have a lot of cups. You do, Scorpio. You have a lot of emotion. And I think you're tired of acting like you don't. So Pisces season has really awakened you. So this is 2 wish cards. So I know at the beginning of the month you had a wish for a 10 of Cups feeling, very much so. And it shows itself all the way through March. Because this 10 of Cups comes back at the end of March too. Could be the same 10, I'm not sure. Yeah, it comes back because the Judgment card. So you get a second, yes, you get a second chance at this 10 of Cups at the end. There's a truth. Maybe you walk away. Now, here we go. Maybe you walk away at the beginning of March emotionally. I don't know if you really leave. Some of y'all could have really said, deuces, I'm out. And you were single for a little bit. Maybe you were single at the beginning of March, and then at the end of March, some message comes in, and they're like, hey, baby, I miss you. You look so good. I, like, miss you so much. I'm ready to, like, take care of you emotionally and transform with you. So you take somebody back, or there is a Mercury retrograde, so there could be someone coming back from your past. For some of you, it's the same 10 of Cups. For others of you, you get your 10 of Cups with someone new. For some of you, you get your 10 of Cups with your kid, your little kids, and you don't got no man. If you're a woman, you know, don't pay attention to the gender. Some of you create your own 10 of Cups. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Back to this 9 of Cups. So here's a wish coming up again. And it might not be a wish. It's just you wanting to be surrounded by what you enjoy emotionally. And these cups can be filled with anything. They can be filled with chocolate. They can be filled with love. It can be filled with orgasms. They can be filled with cards. Whatever floats your boat, Scorpio, emotionally. This is the universe showing you how content and literally okay you are when you're being surrounded by love, and when you have everything you could ever want. That's why this is the wish card, because this is a wish fulfillment card. So I'm not sure if you walked away from one 9 of Cups in order to get to, because you literally are walking away from the 9 of Cups, but then you go to a different 9 of Cups, and you literally walk away from a 10 of Cups in order to get to a different. So your options are very open, Scorpio. Like, at least they should be. Because if this isn't the same person, I'm seeing that you have multiple roads that lead you to multiple different versions of this fulfilled emotional feeling. So don't feel stuck. You're coming up as the 8 of Cups, telling me that you can literally leave it all behind. And when you do, love is going to flow in. And it's going to be from that person who hurt you. It's going to be from that person in the past that you thought never was going to love you again. It's going to be from new love interests. And I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the wish that you guys have this month, but now we have the 8 of Wands, which came up twice. So that tells me that there is a message coming in. There could have been a message that comes in March. I mean, it comes in the early week of March, the first couple weeks. And this message might come to you again. There might be, I see 3 different messages here. I see a message of truth coming in quickly. And I also see a message about this 9 of Wands. So some of you are wishing to communicate with somebody. Because you see here in this card here, she has a note. And you know, this bird here, this black bird is kind of flying. Caw, like it's gonna go tell that message very fast. Bird's eye view. So, you know, this can be text messages, it could be emails, it can be all kinds of different messages, but it could be a message from the universe, it could be a message from, it could be any message. It depends on you, it depends on what you wished for, but you manifested something, Scorpio. You manifested something, you asked for a sign, you asked for the universe to show you, you know, that this was reachable or something like that. But then it's like you get some kind of sign that this might be possible. So, okay, for example, if you made a wish to find a lover, well then somebody messages you that makes you feel like, oh, this could possibly be a lover. Or if your wish was for more money, then you get a message in the beginning of March about a new job opportunity opening up soon. Okay? So there's some examples there, but there's also just a message here about being emotionally fulfilled. Like, it's time for you to embrace the fact that you're a water sign and that it's important for you to feel emotionally fulfilled, okay? I mean, obviously, there's all these cups. So speaking of a message that comes in quickly, we have the Page of Swords now. So this is actually, this is the wand card, so it could be like a fiery, passionate message. That could be Aries season coming in, because I do see this Eight of Wands has come up for a lot of our readings this month, and I do see this as Aries season a little bit for some of us. So maybe this wish fulfillment, maybe come Aries season, you're going to feel very emotionally fulfilled, or you might get a message in Aries season about some kind of wish that you made at some point. But it's a message of truth, and it's a message of newfound, like there's some kind of new journey, because the page cards always, they're kind of immature, but in a good way. So this is a immature as in new. This is not like a king energy. This is not a knight. This is literally a message. So every page comes with a message. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. So when I think of the page energy, it's like a very young energy. So maybe immature isn't the right word to use. Maybe young is a better word to use. So there's a young message coming in, a youthful message. It's clear, it's new. It kind of makes you feel clear and new. And it could be the truth. I see that this is the truth, okay? Because there's some clouds in the background, okay? And then we see these black birds up above. And then we had a black bird right here in this message. So there's a blackbird message or something like that. Blackbird, you ain't ever gonna fly. So blackbird here. Blackbird message. I think that's just symbolic. I mean, you know, it's just interesting to me that there were black birds in both of these pictures that have to do with messages. So this message is gonna get sent off into the sky. It could even be an energetic message, but it's something that's gonna reveal the truth, either to you or to another person you're dealing with or something. But when I see sword cards, it's intellect, it's mental clarity. There's clouds in the background, but the sky is clearing up. So this message clears your mind. It clears the confusion. You didn't know for sure. So this message is surrounded by the Eight of Wands no matter what. Okay, and then what we had come out with that is this Ten of Cups energy. So I don't know if this is the same Ten of Cups that you had at the beginning, because we have that here too. This is surrounded by some kind of wish that you had. Okay, but here's the Ten of Cups in two different decks. So some of you guys walk away from a fan. I see some of you walk away from your wife or your husband. And you just decide that you can be happy with your children by yourself, because there's no husband in this picture. Now that doesn't mean that the male Scorpios aren't walking away, because it's just symbolic. Okay, so here we have two parents, okay? There's two parents and two children, a boy and a girl. Now, I feel like it's interesting that now we have one parent in the little boy and the little girl. Now, don't get caught up on gender, because you could have two little girls or two little boys. You could have three kids. You could have one daughter or one son. This is just symbolic for a child energy. So for some of you, this message specifically has to do with emotional happiness because of your children. Like you want your kids to be happy and you to be happy. You want your home life. So the Ten of Wands, so it could be heavy. Since I thought it was the Ten of Wands is a heavy energy. So the fact that the home life isn't harmonious in March for you is really weighing heavy on you, Scorpio, because you love your children, you love your home, but you're not feeling emotionally complete. So you left that behind at the beginning. So now there's this Ten of Cups coming back. But I do see that for some of you, it's because you decided to create your own happiness. You know, there's a little bit of food on the table. You can feed your own children. You don't need somebody, you know, you're the Nine of Pentacles. You came out as the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, there's a certain wish that got turned over. There's a certain wish for a Ten of Cups that it even wants to go reverse. So there's something about walking away from a happy emotional situation. And I feel that there could have even been children involved in it, but you know, you guys got a fire going. They look like they're happy. Your kids are happy. It's okay. They've got food on the table. So you just find your Ten of Cups with your children, and if you don't have children, then what those children are symbolic for is the inner child of you. So what that means for those of you who don't have kids, or for those of you who aren't pregnant and going to have children, then there's a childlike version of yourself that you're going to choose over a situation that is draining you emotionally. Now, for some of you, there's a truthful message that comes in, and it has something to do with that Ten of Cups at the beginning of the month, because now we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card talks all about an awakening. So there's these doors that open again. Okay, it could be the doors to that china cabinet. So your emotions flow out. So this is a second opportunity. Everybody talks about the Judgment card being a second chance. Because what it usually looks like is there's this angel playing a trumpet from the sky, and then there's these people at the bottom of the card in graves, and they're coming out of a coffin. So you could have thought something was dead, Scorpio. You could have walked away from this Ten of Cups and you thought it was dead. You gave up on it. You released it, and you just kind of just put it behind you. Well, it's coming back again in March, and I think it's going to come back in different ways for all of you. For some of you, the person you left is going to offer you another chance. They're going to be like, hey, come back home, you know, or maybe you're going to say, hey, I want to come back home. For others of you, this is a second chance at happiness with someone from your past. Mercury retrograde, okay? So I don't know. It depends. You guys need to let me know, because there's so many of you. You know, this is a general reading, so you got to follow your own intuition. But what this means is that there's some kind of second chance at emotional happiness at the end of March. And it's because of some message that comes in very quickly. Very quickly. So to have the Ten of Cups, you have two Ten of Cups here. You have two Nine of Cups, two Eight of Wands. Okay, so yeah. A lot of stuff there, Scorpio. But there's a second chance coming at the end of March for you for emotional happiness and a happy family life. Now we have the Eight of Wands, which is another fast movement. We had that twice, remember? So what this means is it's like focusing. There's a message coming in very quickly. It's like energy moving all in the same direction. Okay, very passionately. So this is definitely Aries season. When all your passion, but this is a message too. The Eight of Wands is a message. The Page of Swords is a message. So there's something that picks up very quickly here, because we have the Queen of Swords. So this is the moment where the mask comes off, which is, you see that mask down there, and the Page of Swords turns into the Queen of Swords. So you tell the truth right back. And you might even cut that person off. I don't know what's going on there. Depends on how you see that. It could be an air sign that some of you are dealing with. I see air, water. I see fire a little bit. I see earth. So you guys could be dealing with all kinds of different zodiac signs. But there's some cutting off. Maybe you guys just, this might not be cutting nobody off. It could be just, you know, you could take the Scorpio. You are very mysterious, and you might want to take the mask off. Someone comes to you for truth, and you communicate with them. There's a need to communicate your emotion this month. And you might want to communicate why it is that you left, why it is that you want to be single, or why it is that you don't want to be single. But this is a message coming in. This is conversation back and forth coming in very quickly. But be careful, because someone's showing up as the Page and another person's showing up as the Queen. So there could be words that are stronger than another person, and that might cause an argument. But what I'm really seeing for most of you is that there's a mental transformation coming in very quickly for Scorpio. We have the Death card and the Queen of Swords. So there could be a transformation going on with an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. There could be a transformation going on a mental level with you, or there's certain things that are just dead to you mentally. So for those of you who are not going to accept this, because I didn't even talk about that, but it's either up to you if you'd accept or decline this Ten of Cups offer. At the beginning of the month, you walked away because it wasn't even an option. But it becomes an option at the end of the month, and you're like, I don't know, I've kind of changed my mind about this. This is literally changing your mind. So it's like, you know, mentally you're dead to me. I don't know if any of you have said that in March, but it's like, you're dead to me. Like, mentally you're dead to me. Mentally you're just, you know, that's how you are, Scorpio. When you guys break up with people, you're kind of surprised when you see them, because it's like, oh my God, didn't you die? It's like, because you guys are the Death card. So I think sometimes when you're ruled by death, you know, when you're ruled by that kind of transformation, when something changes in your world, it's not even just a relationship. It's like, if there's an opportunity that's not available to you anymore, you kind of just kill it. Just kill it. It's dead. Okay, this job isn't going to hire me. Well, then fuck you. You're dead to me. And it's like a Scorpio can say that to you and not be mean. It's like, I understand that. Like, yeah, I am dead to you. Because, you know, I'm no longer in your life. You're no longer transforming me. You're no longer transforming. So, you know, a lot of different messages here. There could be just a message about transformation. There could be a message about a rebirth, because we did have rebirth here with the Judgment card. So some of you are going to be discussing a transformation that's going on, or just discussing what you need to change. Like, look, if you want to come back into my life, or If I want to come back, then there's some things that need to change. The way we communicate needs to change. The way that I think and the way that you think, the way that we think about each other needs to change. And what I see this as in general is you just communicating about you. This is Scorpio's need to transform. I mean, you either have this scythe. This is the Grim Reaper here, scythe. These are so awesome. And then you have this. So either way, you've got a pretty sharp object in your hand, Scorpio. And so you want to be careful because there's a lot that's dead, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be careful about what you allow to come back in your life in March, because there's some zombies trying to come into your life, which means they're dead, but they're trying to look alive. And that's Mercury retrograde brings back a lot of zombie situations. It's like, aren't you dead? Didn't you die? Like, and of course I don't mean that literally, because the death card very rarely means real death. It means a metaphorical death. It's like metaphysical. There's something in your life that's just no longer around. And as a Scorpio, you're probably mentally accepting that. But either way, like I said, you've got this badass weapon in your hand to cut anything out of your life. You know, you are the phoenix, so it's about rising from the ashes. And whatever that energy means to you, that Queen of Swords and that Scorpio energy, because some of you are really with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So whatever that means to you, I just feel like it's coming in quick. Quick communication about transformation. There might be some words said that just transform the whole situation for the good or the bad. I'm not sure. So it's interesting. You start the month off with the Ten of Cups, emotion, and you end the month with the Ten of Pentacles. You end in a grounded way, like, fuck it. If I can't, I'll just get what I want emotionally. It's like you turn your back on an emotional situation because you're just better at what's real. You're like, okay, fine, I'll be realistic. But we have you gaining victory over losing sleep at night. So this is you finally getting a good night to sleep after March. It's like Pisces season was pretty rough, you know. I know Pisces season brings a lot of, it gets hard to sleep in Pisces season. I've been staying up to like 7 a.m., which is me all the time, but when it ain't Pisces season, I usually go to sleep at like at least 4 a.m. Pisces season, I'm touching 8 a.m. sometimes. Like, whoa, the birds are chirping. Like, what? So, you know, Pisces season could have brought you a lot of emotional anxiety. It could have kept you up at night. You could have been having nightmares. Pisces season rules dreams and illusions and stuff like that. So, I'm not sure if you guys had any nightmares or something like that. But you're going to be gaining victory over a mentally anxiety situation. No more staying up at night, Scorpio. No more feeling like you're walking around on eggshells in your own fucking house. You know, you're going to feel at home. And there's also an energy here that says you made your bed, now lie in it. You know, like, so I'm not sure why that wanted to come out, but you might be saying that to other people. Like, this might be what you might be leaving someone behind like this. Like, oh, you made me feel like the Nine of Swords. Well, guess what? Now you're the Nine of Swords. And I'm feeling victorious. I'm feeling victorious. I'm feeling like he's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow, which no one can deny. So this is like you being recognized finally for your accomplishments. There's like a parade being held for you. There's a wreath of celebration there. So this is a fiery, passionate celebration. Whatever you need to, this is a time for celebration. Because at the end of the month, we got a new astrological year. You could be celebrating the spring coming out. People going to be coming out with their little clothes on and started wearing less and going out more type of thing. So there's a lot to celebrate here at the end of the month for all of you, and it's different. Some of you are celebrating money. Some of you are celebrating a message. Some of you are celebrating new love, or just celebrating getting the hell out of an old-ass relationship that was draining you. But whatever it is, it's going to be victorious. So it's mental victory. And it's like the sweet dream after the nightmare. You know what I mean? So there was 2 cards that came out there. So I think victory is coming in pretty quick for you at the end of the month, Scorpio. This victorious transformation, you know, you're going to be a lot more mentally clear at the end of the month. And then we have that validated by the 10 of Pentacles. So no wonder you walked away from your emotion to be the 9 of Pentacles, because you're like, look, if I can't ground myself in emotion, then I'm going to damn sure make sure I got my back financially. You know, like, there's nothing worse than a Scorpio that's going through trouble emotionally, relationship, and at work. No, you guys just don't do well. So it's like either work is going great and your love life is sucking, or love is going great but you ain't got no money. So it's about getting that on the same page, you know what I mean, and being victorious in all areas in your life. The Ten of Pentacles, I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is a gift. And that's why she's literally, but these are metaphorical gifts. Like, Shawty, you got gifts. So, you know, this is about having something to offer. You know, maybe you have the money now to do what you want to do for your family. Maybe there's an Aries in your life that has a birthday, or a Taurus that has a birthday that you want. It's time, you know, you're making sure that you're doing this right, and that the gift that you give them is, you know, you got money to spend now, is what I'm trying to say. So this Ten of Pentacles is actually a gift to you, Scorpio, because yeah, it looks like I don't know for sure if this person is unwrapping a gift or getting a gift. You see what I mean there? Is she unwrapping the gift, or is she wrapping the gift to give to someone else? So there's also that kind of energy with this Ten of Pentacles. Do you keep this Ten of Pentacles? Was this Ten of Pentacles for you? Or is it, and I think it's a little bit of both. So there's this kind of festive energy, you know. I like this depiction of the Ten of Pentacles because it's like you have more than enough money. You have more than enough possessions, you know. Like you finally figured out, you finally know what belongs to you and what doesn't. And when a Scorpio is feeling really good, they do give gifts a lot. You guys shower the people you love. So I think there's some birthdays coming up here, some Tauruses, some Aries, and you're going to be getting some gifts for them because you're coming out of a time of darkness. March, you're leaving the darkness behind. So Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Everything on the table has to do with this Knight of Cups. So it's time to take action. Every night has to do with action. So it is time for action. It is time to, you know, emotionally move towards something. And I always see that with the Knight of Cups, and that's just for those of you who aren't dealing with a relationship or who aren't dealing with a new love coming in. But there is a good chunk of you who are, there is going to be some kind of new love for you. Let's see what's behind. Okay, the Six of Pentacles. So there's a need to balance out your emotion. And if you are in a relationship, or if you're you know, mingling with someone new, just make sure that there's the give and the take, because the Six of Pentacles is all about balance. So it's interesting that we had that Ten of Pentacles, and I was like, I wonder if you're getting the gift or giving it, because this is the gift of giving. Okay, that's exactly what's coming up here. The gift of giving, and making sure that if you're the guy on the bottom, that you're not just getting crumbs, and that if you're the guy at the top, that you're not just giving crumbs, or, you know, if you're getting crumbs, give crumbs. But if you're getting boulders, give boulders, if you know what I mean there. So there's a balanced lover. Could be a Libra. There's a balanced lover coming in. There's the gift of giving again. All right. So I don't know. I think there's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy coming to you. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio offering you love at the end of the month, or you offering your love to a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I wouldn't get caught up in the energy of it. It could just be someone who has an emotional offer of love for you. Like, hey, Scorpio, I really like you. You know, I'm really interested in you. Can we go out on a date? There you go. Knight of Cups. You know, that's emotional love action right there. So there's something going on there with that Knight of Cups. A lot of emotion at the bottom of this reading. So there could be a love offer that has you distracted this month, Scorpio, because we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, we have this woman who's gazing out of the window. She's literally, like, there could be someone talking to her. It's like, hey, Scorpio, you know, yeah, the other day I hit the lottery, you know, and there was like 4 naked women running down the street. Did you hear me? Scorpio. Scorpio, you see how that woman isn't looking? Like, you can call her name and someone's telling her a story and she's just like, oh, yeah, yeah, cool. You know, and it's because there's this hidden emotion under the table. So I don't know if this is a third-party situation, 3 or more people involved in a relationship, or if it's just a celebration. You want to celebrate emotionally, but that's being held under the table right now. Well, the tables do turn. Funny thing about those tables is that they always turn. So there's this one cup that you're focused on. I think you want the Ace of Cups, which is literally ultimate love. But that one cup is what might be coming in, Scorp. And if it's not being offered by a person exterior to you, then it's being offered by you to another person, or from the universe even. But there's this highlight about this one cup, because that's the cup that you're focused on in this picture. And it's got you daydreaming, it's got you thinking. So whoever's got your attention, let's see here. Okay, there is a need to relax right now and kind of be patient. Maybe you need to meditate about this before, maybe you need to meditate about this and relax, get some sleep, rest up on the decision, and then, yeah, it could be very well a water sign because now we have the King of Cups coming out. And this is the King of Cups. This is just the goddess deck, so all the people in this card are pretty much female based, except the Emperor. So yeah, there's a king. You are the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very Scorpio card, a Cancer Scorpio card. So Scorpio is very emotionally distracted this month. You're distracted because you're not getting the emotion you want, and here you are looking out that window again. So there's something here about window shopping. You're literally shopping for a new emotional lover because you ain't getting it in the relationship you're in, or you're just single and not getting it. So the single Scorpios are walking away, and the Scorpios in a couple are making a wish that hopefully soon this emotion starts, or I'm walking away too, brother. So Scorpio is very focused. You see these two cards here? Very focused. So you start the month off polishing this cup and looking out this china cabinet. That was the first of the month. Now this is your underlying energy. You end the month with window shopping as well, but that polished cup, it's like there's only so much you can polish your own cup before you can you're ready, Scorpio. You're emotionally ready. You're ready for this union, and if you're not getting it from a person that's around you, you might want to, consider opening your options to someone else. Be the peacock. Be that peacock. Underneath the Four of Cups is the Three of Swords. Or I'm sorry, underneath the Four of Cups is the Three of Swords. Let's see what this is about. Oh my God, Nine of Swords. Waiting for something to come to fruition. Scorpio's been waiting long enough. Do you have the fruits or not? Have you grown or not? Because I have literally watered you. I have made sure that there's no pesticides. Like, if you don't grow any fruits soon, I'm going to take my service elsewhere. Like, I know there's some heartbreak going on that's keeping you guys up at night in March. If it's not a heartbreak with a person, it's a heartbreak because you're single and you're just alone. And, well, maybe you're just heartbroken because of Pisces season. And now I see a bird flying. It's this bird. I just seen this same bird out my window. So there's also something here about a window, because you're by a window here too. So you might be by a window in March and you receive a message. You could be looking out a window and you might see something out the corner of your eye. Like, pay attention to what you see when it comes to windows this month, okay? And as far as that heartbreak, Scorpio, I wouldn't over focus on it too much, because there is a need to heal yourself emotionally this month. There's new love coming in, okay? And it's going to be balanced. It's going to be something that actually you feel connected. Here's this cup here. If you're putting this much effort into your cup, then you need like a Two of Cups. Some of you have been with like earth and water signs, and you're just ready for like a fire sign some of you have been with air and earth signs, and those signs aren't very emotional. And I know water signs are just kind of over that earth energy. We're like ready for the passion. We're ready to cry and make love. It's been a while since water signs have felt emotionally flowing. And we tired of it. Oh, hell no. Let me, because I almost tried to end your video there. But no, we have some extra guidance to get for you. So, I love this deck for Scorpio. This Wisdom of the House of Night. So let's get some clarity here for Scorpio for March 2018. Any extra messages coming out for Scorpio? Okay, so there's something going on here hidden, for sure. And there's something going on hidden in your relationships, because we have the 16 up there, which is 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 is the house of relationships. So there's some reflection that needs to happen. Okay, this is a mirror down here. Some of you are jumping into a different portal of relationships. So you're literally, you're literally disappearing. Literally, this is Scorpio literally disappearing from their relationship. And you're gonna literally, it's gonna be like Scorpio jumped in a portal and nobody knows where that portal comes out at, where the end of that portal is. So I see a lot of you going ghost in your relationship this month. We have the Warrior, we have the Moon, and we have Grove. So you are a warrior, Scorpio, and you're strong enough to handle the battles, and you're strong enough to handle these emotional battles. Okay, because we do have the Moon here. So it's interesting that we have 50 and 2, because 5 plus 0 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So there's another relationship energy. I think there's a lot going on with relationships here with you. And then, of course, this moon energy is Pisces, Cancer energy, but also the moon this month. The moon is full the 1st, full the 31st. There's a new moon on the 17th, tomorrow. So the moon is going to be really initiating some emotion with you. And then we have this Grove, which talks all about an apology. It talks about healing. And then we have 21 up there. So that's 2 + 1 is 3. That's communication. So some of you need to be communicating about healing this month. But I think this is going on under the surface. Like there's a hidden strength with Scorpio this month. Okay? I love that the moon came out for you because, you know, there's definitely that 12th house moon. Yeah. It's going to make you stronger. The moon is making you stronger emotionally and spiritually. And it's healing you because the Grove talks all about healing. Okay? And we have these 2 cats. There's a cat here on this bench, and then there's a cat in this picture. So that's psychic, that's feminine energy. So some of you are really going to get into your feminine energy, and we have invisible there. So I feel that some of you are really going to be invisible. And then I opened up the deck to strength. So some of you could even be with a Leo, which I thought to say that before because of a synchronicity that I saw in the reading. So definitely Leo energy here. And that's the 35, so I'm not sure if some of you have like 35 or something like that, but 5 + 3 is 8. So there's a hidden strength with you, Scorpio. You're the 8th house, so there's an intimate strength, okay? So you just got to stay grounded this month and stay wise and just, you know, make sure you're focusing on how strong you are because you definitely, you know, you came out as the warrior too. So let's get some angel guidance for you. Thank you guys so much for liking my videos and viewing my videos the most last month. So let's see here. Anything for Scorpio, March 2018. Messages for Scorpio, March 2018, please, from the angels, from the light of the universe. So, let's see. Scorpio, 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 March 2018. Okay, woo. Bottom of the deck is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, Scorpio. When I see this card, I'm always led to say that you're at the end of your rope. You know, you're just barely hanging on by a thread. But during moments like this, you have got to keep faith in yourself. You've got to believe in yourself now. Holy fucking shit. Some of you need to watch my Jupiter video for March because the Jupiter is in your sign and Jupiter went retrograde. And I talk all about believing in yourself. So you want to be careful of self-doubt right now while Jupiter is retrograde. Jupiter is going to be retrograde until July 10th. So I really strongly encourage you guys to go to my videos and find the one for Scorpio, Jupiter, because that might have something to do with this believe in yourself. Jupiter is all about beliefs. Jupiter's in your 1st house, so believe in yourself is coming up here. Have the strength to believe in yourself, Scorpio. Now, the card that came out for you is apologize, which is upside down, and then shielding. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. The universe is telling Scorpio that some of you need to shield yourself from a bullshit apology coming in because it's not genuine. This talks about the angels shielding you, right? There's something in March that you want to protect yourself from. And I trust that as Scorpios, you kind of understand what that is. So there's this like orb of light surrounding you guys. It's harmful. This is a harmful apology coming in. So you want to trust your own intuition. But if you receive a shady apology in March, if it's from one of these people that didn't emotionally, you know, I just feel like this apology isn't full-hearted. It isn't genuine. It isn't authentic. And the angels want you to kind of shield yourself from anything because this literally flipped over. Like, it wasn't like this, but I bumped it. And it kind of like, you know, and everything happens for a reason. So this could also be you resisting an apology from somebody or you shielding yourself from apologizing to someone else. I mean, apology upside down literally means that you're not forgiving somebody. So you're shielding yourself from a situation that you haven't forgiven yet. And, you know, Scorpio, your reading has just been so strong that I trust these angels for telling you this. Like, there are certain angel guides for some of you. I don't know if this relates to all of you or not, but this is more guidance about your reading. And I know that there's been a lot of stuff going on with you. You're feeling really hurt and heartbroken. So if you're not getting the apology that you need an emotional apology, an intimate apology, a transformative apology. Anything less, no. No. Shield yourself from it, because you deserve the best and you know what to protect yourself from. So protect yourself from unapologetic energies, and you need to be unapologetically strong. You know, you are not in the mood to apologize, I'm seeing, and I'm developing an attitude as I'm talking to you. So I know this is your guys' energy, like, no, I'm done. I'm shielding myself from you because I deserve more. I've waited for you way too long. Like, no, I am unapologetically me. I'm not apologizing to you. You know, so I don't know, Scorpio. It's interesting. Maybe in the months to come, there can be a real apology. But right now, as far as arguments or as far as forgiveness, it's not happening. You're guarding yourself from it. You're not ready to forgive and forget, okay? So, wow. A lot of messages there. And now it's so interesting that I just did that, because now look. I put the cards down, and it just so happens that now, so this is a message for someone else. Some of you are going to let down your guard and literally apologize to somebody, but it's going to, so if you choose to apologize to this person, place, or thing, if you choose to be apologetic in a situation, you're going to be vulnerable. So you have to decide now, do you want to protect yourself and decline an apology, or are you going to let your guard down and potentially be vulnerable? And I know that's not easy for Scorpio, so it depends. It depends. So that was kind of a double message for some of you. Some angels are guiding you guys. Some of Scorpio, it depends on if you're in a relationship with someone negative. Because I know in Pisces season there was a lot of arguing that was going on, so some of you might really do need to apologize and let down your guard, but others of you need to put your guard up and be unapologetic. So very interesting there, Scorpio. I really hope that this message was relatable, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of March and a great start to April and a good Aries season. Aries is your cold sister planet. You know, you guys are both ruled by Mars, so I think you guys do well with that Aries energy. So Aries season is going to really spark some new passion for you guys, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of new beginnings and transformation up ahead. And I really do hope that you guys make it through all this crap and that you're doing what's best for you, you know? And let's see. I hope you guys have a great start to the astrological new year. Happy St. Patrick's Day to those of you who celebrate. And if I think Easter is like seriously super early. Yeah, it's on April Fool's. So yeah, happy Easter. Just so much is coming up. We're coming up on that time of year where things just really pick up the pace. I mean, barbecues, we're going to be having barbecues, picnics, going to the park, all this fun stuff. So it's going to be a little hard to stay in this doom and gloom area like some of us have been in, like me. I've been in that kind of area too, and I'm ready to just enjoy spring and enjoy a new start fresh. You know, Scorpio, I haven't done the Pisces reading, but we might be walking away from some things too. And it could be very hard relationships that we're walking away from. But at this point, I'm so emotionally drained that I'm like right with you. You know, if you're not going to be there for me emotionally, see ya. So I really enjoyed your reading this month. I cannot wait to upload these because they just seem so powerful. So I'm hoping they get uploaded either tonight or tomorrow before the new moon. So, okay guys, thank you so much for hanging out and listening to this very long video. Hopefully it was worth it and relatable and helpful. Please comment below your experiences and any feedback or any just, you know, anything that you'd like to say, any questions, anything. And I have all my information in the description box, my email and all that, if you want to speak to me on a more personal level. So, until next time, Scorpio, I will see you guys later. Bye.